Here. Hello! Welcome to Owl Quest, Season 1, Episode 8? The Season of Amazing Quests. For those of you who have never been here for some reason, how did you get here? What's going on? Who are you? This is Owl Quest. It is a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons game with 5 players and 1 illustrious dungeon master. We would normally go around the table and introduce everyone. We are still short 1 tonight, so we may do an extended recap of last week's adventure.
So now we're all gonna sit here and wait.
Hi, everybody.
There he is. It's Al. Wow.
I gotta get your stream open.
Yeah, you do. I gotta get my bard hat on. Perfect.
The wonderful hat.
There it is.
It looks good. Looks great.
Looks good. Oh yeah, I need to like
Wait,
cut my head off slightly.
yeah, wasn't part of it in front?
Yeah, cut off your head.
Initially.
see.
Yeah, that's the trick right there.
Hey, it's Gobblerado.
God, I love Gobblerado.
There it is.
Goblardo
It's
is-
Goblardo.
Gobblardo. I'm very excited about Gobblardo.
How can you not be excited about Goblardo?
It's really nice this time of year. Frigid. Uncomfortably cold.
Very frigid this time of year. Most times of year, actually.
Yeah. Especially lately.
Mm-hmm.
So, somebody said something about a recap.
Yeah, it wasn't extended
Are you
when I
trying to do
wrote it,
that?
but I've got the one I prepared, and we'll see how much longer it needs to be.
Let's hear it.
Previously on AlQuest. After receiving a series of informative and troubling letters, our heroes began their journey to the lumber mill to ensure Dane and his party arrive safely. Newly equipped with a device that is able to locate heat sources, the group engages in some awkward conversation and failed romance attempts on their way.
Huh?
Savannah successfully identified the threat of harpies at their destination, but the group was largely unsuccessful in resisting their deadly siren song. In the end, the group was able to emerge victorious, but before any celebrating could be done, their heat detector picked up a very hot, fast-moving object bearing down on their location. Dun dun dun! That's it.
I have a question regarding this so-called romance.
No questions.
Yeah. Go on.
Where was it?
Carla rolled badly with Dane Deepvein, and then she tried to hit on him.
And then quietly, Glenn said to him, "But that last name, I bet you get that all the time."
Ba-da-ba.
I don't remember that part. I don't,
It was
I must
very
have blocked that
quiet.
part out.
Bring
It was
up
in
the
my brain.
All right, bring up the stenography
The instant
notes.
replay.
We
Yeah.
have the technology.
We do actually.
So we'll do today, since Dave's not here.
We're gonna go back and just.
Yeah, we'll just watch the previous stream.
It's a clip episode. Everybody loves those.
Oh no, one of the harpies flew off with Savannah. We have to sneak.
Oh no! How could this happen?
Yeah, actually, they didn't all die. What did they catch?
Oh, whoa.
Has anyone heard from Day at all?
Actually no.
Have we sent out a ping or anything? Let me send out
Has
a
anyone
ping.
even tried to
Yeah.
reach her?
She's offline on Discord. Which is a little worrying. I'm calling it now. It's a Yeti on fire, careening down the slopes. Straight to our location. It tried to do a backflip. It went so poorly that it caught fire.
Maybe everyone should stop trying to do flips.
If everyone could please just stop doing backflips for 5 minutes or so. animated cutscenes. That would require
Magical
so
or
much time.
otherwise.
It's just in general, stop doing backflips.
There's a really nice potion for that you guys could have held on to.
Potion of not do a backflip?
No, a potion of doing a sick backflip.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that would be one.
What
I like
ailment
how I
do you
used it.
sir?
What did you say, Germ?
I asked what ailment it gave,
Oh.
since it was a.
sick.
Because it makes you sick?
backflip? Yeah.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Had to make sure everybody caught that one.
What else happened last session? Nobody wanted to buy anything from the store.
No.
We got our rope back.
Everybody thinks that they're too poor. Or doesn't want to pool their money. That's okay. You gotta save up.
I did have my eye on that invisible armor, though.
Are you sure you did?
Really? You found it? We've been
It's
looking
around
for
here
that.
somewhere.
Invisible armor is a great item. I don't know why nobody wants the invisible armor. Nobody will know you're armored. They're gonna think that you're completely unarmored.
They drive a
And then
sword into your chest and it just stops.
Yeah, that's awesome. Or maybe they just stab you anyway. They never know you had it on. And then who has the last laugh then?
He actually left it in the invisible armoire.
Oh gosh, it's never gonna find it now. Not after that estate sale.
Gosh, you should have been selling an armoire of invincibility.
Now there's an item.
This is just going to be 2.5 hours of riffing.
Duff caught my reference. What horrific? No, this is fantastic. This is top tier entertainment.
I didn't say
Isn't this what
horrific.
everybody comes for?
This is it. This is what we're here for.
What did everyone think of their letters that they got last week? Everybody got a letter.
I loved the entire letter concept.
I was
And
very
something-
pleased to learn that the naming runs in the family.
Yeah. Dagwin's uncle,
Jeff. Yeah, because you see.
Javrik Lingar is his name. Other members of the family, of course,
Oh boy. Go on.
Dagwin, I think Dagwin Gurnash, right? That's your name?
Uh-huh.
And then we have,
Who else is in
let's
this
see, how do you
family?
spell this?
Simri
Simri Itarnan.
Yep.
Anybody have any other ones? You know, that's all that we know about, but maybe there's others in the family.
In mine, you get Glenn and Elaine, and you get Glenn.
It makes
Yeah,
sense.
combine their names. Interesting way to name your child.
Undertale naming scheme.
I've never even played Undertale.
It's probably for the best.
It's not very good.
I want to play Overtale
Oh
first.
no. Germduff's trying to pick fights. Watch out. Overtale first.
I'm not gonna know where the story's at.
Yeah.
Is somebody whisking?
That's what
I am actually.
See,
Welcome
the
to
last
Dermdust
time
Cooking Stream.
the last time I called something as being like a blender, it turned out to be a washing machine.
That's distinctly a whisking noise.
It was very whiskey.
Got some whiskey business going on.
Just in the middle of Dungeons and Dragons, Germduff's just whipping up a storm.
Is Panda on Discord? They're married, you know.
They didn't answer my ping. I hope it's just like forgetfulness and not something
Yeah.
bad.
Panda is also offline.
I'm gonna see where she said she wouldn't be available next week and see if I misread that somehow.
Are we all idiots?
Wait, what's today?
No,
Is
no,
today
she definitely
D&D?
She definitely specified like not this week, but the week after.
But consider the alternate reading of that. You know,
Was that a written
This-
conversation or an out loud conversation?
written.
Written. It's in the Discord.
See, she said that last week on Monday. Not this week, but the week after. Would the week after refer to this week?
Hmm.
That would be the most pedantic reading of that.
I mean, like.
I don't think that's what she meant.
That was
though,
not one. No,
in
no.
the full
That's
context.
100% not what she meant. All right, time for an impromptu game of Ironsworn.
Glenn's ready.
Oh no, he's already here.
I can't wait to be a player someday.
It's gonna happen, whether you like it or not.
Somebody will DM something for me, surely, someday.
Yes. It's not like we have a history of there being RPG games on this very channel historically.
RPG games. That's some age
At
my
the
head.
ATM machine. Was it GQ or Turtle that ran a Choose Your Own Adventure book?
That was Turtle.
It was Turtle that ran it for GQ. That was
Yeah.
the genesis of Dobbs Quest.
I had to struggle through it. He did
I
it.
struggled. Was it a struggle?
It
This
was
is the kind of one where it's like every time you go to a new page, it just kills you, and then you have to go back. Like it was like a child's one.
Do the other
I
one.
mean,
Yeah, go back. Keep your thumb on that page.
was it like Goosebumps? Was it?
I have no memory of this. Dobbs remembers it more than me.
I
Oh
do.
wow, you blocked it out. It was that bad.
It was pretty
Yeah.
bad. It was pretty bad. Just reading a book on stream.
With the added benefit of flipping through pages to find the next one.
Oh, okay.
That's a good question. What do we think we want to do?
I didn't even know I had a message. I got stream mode on.
What's
All
the
right.
plan? How long are we planning to wait? At what point do we call it? And do we want to?
Yeah, in what direction do we go?
Yeah. I guess I'll say if I could contribute anything. I think that like what I have planned could work without Day here. Like I don't think it's gonna be make or break.
Mm-hmm.
She
Just make
sits this
whatever's
one out.
flying at us hit her and knock her out.
Oh no.
Be a burning yeti.
No. The Flame Yeti.
Just go for it. Then.
Just go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've given her 15 minutes, and that seems fair.
If we were in college, we would have gone home by now.
That's a good point. All right. Well, she can always pop in when she shows up tonight.
Okay, so she'll just be tagging along with whatever you guys are doing, and we're not gonna pay too much attention to her character being there. And if it absolutely comes down to a combat or something, then you guys will decide what she does, and I'll
We'll go from
I'll
there.
arbitrate it.
No regretties for the Yetis.
So
Don't give me that look.
let's go back to the lumber mill. You guys just killed the harpies. Rewind like a few seconds, before before things were like rapidly advancing for the dramatic effect. The harpies lie dead before you. The lumber mill abandoned here. Dorian sees the first readings of a heat signature appear on this. It begins to beep. What is anybody doing here right after the battle?
Let's see here.
Can
Are
I?
we all aware of the heat thing? Or just him?
Yeah, I'm assuming Dobbs would alert you guys.
Yeah, I mean, probably the
Going
first
in.
order of business that I'd be looking into is how's everybody's wounds? Did we lose anyone?
Somehow my hit points are back up to full, but I did not get healed last time.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
that might have
you
been
had
the
taken some
s-
damage.
That might have been the sinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might have synced up if it wasn't updated.
I think I was at about like half health.
I can go up in the chat logs and check. I know you were raging.
Raging.
I can fix that.
Very
Just like
typical
Al.
owl behavior.
Mhm.
I remember the harpy got a crit on you at one point.
Yeah.
We're all a little.
Definitely limping a bit.
It turns out those harpies can they pack a punch. Especially when everybody's just kind of off wandering away. Everyone but me.
For you.
You've got your arms outstretched for a hug.
Yeah, I think it
walking
was about
towards them.
half your health. It should have been 6.
6?
6.
6?
Six.
Let's see. Those were both 9, but it's half, so for a total of 9, and then 4 more. So you took 13 damage, I think, in that fight.
Okay. Got it.
I can always pull up the
And there
bar.
might have been another attack up higher, but for the purposes of keeping it moving. Put yourself at half. I think that's fair. Just put yourself at half.
Okay.
'Cause I think you're right. You're probably about half.
Upon hearing Dorian's warning, I would like to slip into the tent and check out my surroundings real quick.
I think I would like to head back towards. Dorian can heal people, right?
Yeah,
Take
if
it
it
back
turns out that
towards-
we need to.
Okay. Then come on over.
Arlo's
here.
looking a little bit hurt. I think Dagwin took 1 point of damage. Savannah took 1 point of damage from both falling over. Although Savannah has back to full too. Yeah, I'm gonna fix that. And unless Dorian took damage, I don't think Glenn got hurt at all. Glenn, what are you looking for in the tent? What are you trying to do in the tent?
Well, just making sure there's nothing in there that's gonna harm me and anything that might be of use to take.
Make a perception check.
Hey.
Hmm.
You duck into this tent. There's nothing in there to harm you, but it looks like a pretty messed up and looted. There was a battle here already, but you do see you remember Dane Deepfay mentioning some like paperwork and some stuff that he had to pick up from his tent. You see like a little leather pack with like some scrolls and things sticking out of it that's been overlooked by whatever goblins looted this place.
I'd like to get that sack and slink it under my cloak, under my arm, and then use the cloak to conceal it. We'll go
Sure,
investigate.
you grab it up.
I want to check out these harpies that we've slain to see if there's anything valuable with them.
Okay, great. I guess make that an investigation check then. You're examining the bodies of the harpies, and you guys are doing some healing over here.
I'm not concerned about this heat thing that's coming towards us.
It's everyone's getting to do one thing here.
Yeah, we get to do a thing.
Yeah. But yeah,
As a treat.
I think hopefully.
One thing as a treat.
What are you looking for in these harpies' bodies?
Anything valuable?
Like treasure or information? Or what exactly are you hoping to find?
Treasure.
Daggers.
Mm-hmm.
Looking for daggers. You find going to the closest harpy, I guess, I don't know, either this one or this one. You find 3 gold and you find a dagger.
Hey!
Nice.
Got a couple gold coins, a few gold coins.
Dreams do come true.
So fun. We're about to burst into flame. At least he has a dagger.
What? How are you? Are you doing a healing spell?
You.
Me? I guess you do need some healing, don't you?
That's why I came here.
Oh, that's why I'm here. Let's see here. Well. I actually can. Okay, it was the bardic inspiration I think that I was really going hard on. Yeah, let's burn a healing word here. Hoping for the best. It's not a ton. Have 5 health. Enjoy.
Thank you. I feel so much better now.
Did Savannah use any spells? She used one of her free guiding bolts, I think.
Okay, I've got 2
Okay,
3
so she has spells.
inspiration.
Okay. So the beaming starts up. You begin to see something approaching quickly towards you guys. You want to hear leaving Earth again?
Oh yeah.
Heavy footsteps. Trees and branches snapping. You start to hear the howling of wolves.
And which direction is this coming from? I heard it.
That was it. That was them.
It's coming from the northwest. Although it sounds like the wolves are howling. It's tough to pin it down. Make a perception check. Dagwin.
Make sure to make it in time with the bwah. Ooh.
You hear that the whatever's coming from the big thing coming from the northwest, the heat signature. You can see that on the sensor, but you feel that the lumber mill is actually being surrounded as you speak. You hear rustling in the trees from like all sides.
Fire yetis.
I have a bad
Fire
feeling
yetis
about
are
this.
coming.
I assume
This is from Mass Effect.
Oh, that makes sense. I assume Dagwin lets
guys
us
wanna do?
know that we're being surrounded.
Mm-hmm.
Team group up.
Yeah, that'd be good, probably. Get close together.
I don't know. Glane might choose not to.
I'm keeping an eye on things peeked through the slit in the tent.
Are you attempting to hide, Glenn?
Yeah, I'm trying to stealthily, no threat here, just a tent. If things want to go crowd around everyone else, I can hit them from the back if something happens.
Now, I remember vaguely people had to climb up this stuff to get over. So does this provide a little bit of cover from this direction at least?
A little bit, yeah. If you're attempting to not be seen, Glenn, I'll need a stealth check. Anybody else who wants to, what are you guys trying to hide, or are you just standing here like bracing yourselves?
I think we're just kind of getting in position to see where the threat is coming and be ready to engage.
Okay.
But we may want to fall back just a little bit into the shelter.
Sure. Unless you guys are taking cover.
I'm hidden.
Glenn, you feel pretty well hidden in there in the tent. You're the closest to whatever is about to show up, and Savannah will come join you guys back here.
Yeah.
But you think that
Box
you feel pretty hidden. You guys see emerging from the tree line, trees falling over, branches.
Uh-oh.
You see a
I think I know who this is.
a giant, a giant, unmistakably.
How many
you recognize
eyes?
this to be Prometheus, one-eyed giant. This guy's probably like, 13, 14 feet tall. He's a huge creature. looks like he could pick you up and swallow you whole almost. He's that big. Truly an imposing figure. And alongside of him is a peculiar sort of beast, a cat-like creature.
It's got
With
Germ
this-
Tub's name on it. Oh, there we go.
Does it have Germ Tub's name on it?
His
Oh.
cursor was
I was like, what? Did I put something weird on here? But it has like tentacles growing out of its back. And it has 6 legs as well. So some kind of warped
Behold, an insect.
cat creature.
Is it native to Displace?
Boo!
Hmm.
Somebody boo this guy. All
Well,
right.
well. What do we have here?
Oh, boy.
Couple of rats.
Hanging out at your lumber mill. Okay. Fight seems bad. Run or talk.
You scared to speak? Come on out.
Oh, great
I won't hurt ya.
Prometheus, your reputation precedes you.
Oh, I bet it does.
He's
You took care of
Australian.
the 3 sisters, did you?
The harpies swept in to meet us as we arrived here. We sought to defend ourselves.
Dagwin pipes up. I killed one dead.
Oh, you did you? How'd it feel?
Pretty cool.
Pretty good.
He begins to walk forward a little bit, his pet walking alongside him. Actually, he's gonna move over 1 space here.
All right.
He's not really approaching you. He's kind of like going around and like looking. He's like looking around the area. He crosses his arms.
I want to communicate to Glane. I've got message as a cantrip.
That's classic.
This will turn out well.
Yeah, it always works. Glane, do not move. Do not engage. Please.
Do not attack from behind.
I
He
know
whips
it's
around.
tempting. Ah, who's talking?
You should
What is
pay
everybody
attention.
feeling right now? Like, what do we think the party is like? What are we thinking right now?
I am motionless, but I
Yeah,
am
you're
ready with
completely
my
still. I
bow.
mean, you feel pretty hidden. You feel hidden.
Giddy.
Blaine, make a insight check
Okay, hold breath.
with advantage.
Check.
Oh wow!
Wow.
That was crazy. And that 1 and a 19.
Thanks for that.
Good thing you had advantage.
As this thing's walking closer to you, a couple things happen. One, Prometheus, he puts his fingers in his mouth. He whistles a sharp whistle, and you just see out of the tree line, just an absolute host of goblins begin to show up. You see these hobgoblins to the northeast, led by this tall hobgoblin. Angular features. He's got his hair back in like a top knot. Seems to be in charge. You see over here a bunch of nasty-looking little goblins with axes, come like chopping their way through the trees here. Yeah, they look like little nasty
It's
guys.
the lumberjack squad.
The axe biters. You see here in the water, coming out of the water, are these blue-skinned goblins here, the blue skulls, and then through the
Hydra goblins.
tents here. You hear these warg riders, goblins riding wargs, 2 goblins riding wargs, and 2 wargs without riders. Dog jaws coming through
Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed
lumber
Alquest. Good
hill.
night, everybody. This is a series finale.
I talked.
Okay. Now,
I-
do you want to try to charm them in some way? He's charming.
Yeah. I have a silver tongue.
Yeah.
Dave's gonna be like, "What did you guys do?
Nothing. Everything's fine.
Don't come in."
Blaine, on your 20 insight, your eyes go not to what Prometheus is doing, but you look at this cat-like creature here. And something about it, although you've never seen a creature like this before, something about this seems very, very familiar to you. You recognize Gary, your cat. He's been transformed by something.
Oh my god.
And he belongs to Prometheus here. He has your cat. He's like, he obviously looks. Gary is a normal cat. Everybody, he's a completely mundane, normal cat. He has like 1 HP, but this is like something else. Something's been done to him to change him, to transform him into some horrible, twisted cat creature. To the rest of you, Prometheus looks out. He says, "You're different than the goblins around here. I'm gonna give you one chance to join me."
Can I?
You see one of these. You see one of these hobgoblins over here. He's like, "Join us! Why don't you just kill him, boss?" You see that Prometheus produces
boss.
a fiery orb, like 2 foot in diameter orb in his hand. His eye glows red, and a laser beam shoots out and completely obliterates the hobgoblin who spoke up. And like a explosion of gore and blood.
Oh, good.
Just explodes all over his allies. "You don't interrupt me." He stands there with the orb in his hand, and looks at all of you guys.
Maybe we should
With that
pretend to
insight-
join him and then steal that orb from him later.
Do I have the feeling that Gary is controlling all these other creatures?
No. No, you feel that Gary looks to Prometheus for direction.
Okay, so he's not like a controller of all these other.
No, Gary's not. Doesn't control these guys.
Okay.
He's walking alongside Prometheus with the cadence of a pet. His pet.
Guys, I think our hand may be forced a bit here.
Okay.
What do we want to do? Let's we can roll something. Do we want to talk? Let's okay. So let's think about this. Like,
I'm so tempted
fighting
to
your
do
way
something.
out. Fighting is an option.
Fighting
right?
is always an option.
Fight is an
Yeah,
option.
it's an option.
You could run. You
Mhm.
could reason, persuade,
Mhm.
lie, intimidate, or other. I don't know. Maybe you have
Yeah.
other ideas.
I'm gonna try other. We're doing this.
Oh,
Wait, you know what?
oh. Are we?
Blaine steps out of the tent
No. Uh-oh.
with the scroll of animal talking in his hand. Gary, Daddy's here.
Are you sure
I
this
lock
counts
eyes
as
with
an
Gary.
animal?
He's a cat.
Was a cat. Was a cat.
This creature is no longer a beast, but I think we'll allow this. I think we'll allow this.
More of a
What do you say?
monstrosity.
Gary, I've
Gary, get
been
us out of
wandering
here.
the entire world looking for you. I found you. This is not your friend. Help me fight him.
So killed. This is stupid cat.
And I pull out my sword.
Oh no. Al is just like burning his notes now.
No, I mean,
Oh,
I'm not burning anything. You know, no, I'm not the one getting burned here.
Yeah.
Don't worry about me. Okay, you're using the scroll to be able to speak with animals. Go ahead and make a animal handling check with advantage because you're using this scroll to assist you in this. If you're gonna need a DC 20 to turn this to turn Gary against Prometheus right now.
oh my god.
You guys see a moment where this creature walks up to Glane. Its tentacles are like menacingly, like a scorpion, like poised to like strike. It gets very close to him. It looks at him for a moment. And then you see that it leaps at Prometheus and begins to like
No,
assault him.
Gary.
I will join him.
Oh gosh.
No.
What's the party? What's the rest of the party planning on doing? I mean, we can roll initiative right here and play this combat out. But is this distraction? Is this a distraction for something else, or are you just going to fight Prometheus here?
Is this a minecart? I see tracks here.
It is a cart. It's not a mine cart. It's like
Okay.
a lumber cart, but it's like a flatbed cart that
boy.
that has rails that lead out. You also see that there's a bunch of logs piled up over here that are really conveniently lined up across where these blue
Weird,
skulls are
huh?
coming in. And you also see like a bunch of ragged tents over here where these like wargs are having a tough time like maneuvering through these narrow corridors between the tents. And then over here you see this furnace that has a bunch of flammable material inside over by the tree line where these axe spiders are approaching.
All right.
And you have the controls like over here inside the thing with you for that. So you know, it's really, if you're thinking of making an escape, it's any direction. But you know, you let me know.
Yeah. So that's.
But if anybody's not going to do anything, Glane's going to roll initiative
Oh gosh.
and fight Prometheus. And we're going to see how that goes, I guess.
I can't
My-
let Gary fight him alone. I have to.
Okay. Intelligence, perhaps. Lore check. Do we know this is a displacer beast?
Make a whatever's highest, history, nature, arcana, one of those, some sort of intelligence based check for me.
All right. Let's see. My int checks. Looking down the int line here. Nope. Okay, Arcana it is. Oh, I saw that 16.
I don't know if Dorian would know what a displacer beast is. No. I think that he knows that this is some kind of weird cat. It has tentacles, and you do see it like sort of vibrating, sort of purring with like vibrations, but it's not super clear to you. I think the full picture of what a displacer beast is for Dorian.
All
Although I
right.
did scream Gary's name, so
That's true.
there is that.
Dorian may take this as Glane is making a noble sacrifice for us to escape. We are surrounded, but supposing we hop on this cart and give it a really good push
What if we start some fires on our way out?
and start some fires on our way out? Dag, what do you think?
I'm thinking that escaping is probably the best choice here.
I don't know where these rails
Everybody else wanna
lead,
do?
but I want to make a running start for that and frantically signal everyone to follow.
You guys can definitely jump on the cart and go. All this is going to pretty much go down at once. Like this is all happening in a moment of Glane has this moment with this beast, and you see that the beast jumps on Prometheus, and then Glane draws his sword, and then I need to know what everyone else is going to do right now, and then we're gonna find what happens.
Who specifically still needs to declare an action?
Well, everybody wants to jump on the cart. That's what you guys want to do. Is that what you guys said?
That
Or
is
is
my
anybody
plan, yes.
gonna fight Prometheus?
I'm so torn. I feel like Carla would. Just because she does stupid stuff all the time.
Someone remember to grab Savannah's hand.
Hope GQ made a backup character. You got your backup character ready? Okay.
I'll stay with you. I'll do
Glane,
it
go ahead and roll
for you.
initiative for me.
Oh no. I'm sorry, Glane.
particularly
Glenn!
bonded with Glane, so.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I saw that 20 stop and then tilt.
Prometheus rolled a 1 on initiative. Alright, this kind of checks out. The Displacer Beast goes first, then Glane, and then Prometheus, being surprised.
Alright.
Then we need to roll 20 initiative checks for the surrounding units. Don't forget those.
The rest of the group jumps on the cart. I need somebody to roll an athletics check to get this cart moving. It is on like sort of an incline, but it needs to be pushed. Or not necessarily athletics, maybe something else if you're gonna mess with the machinery here, or basically what's gonna happen is this: the party is gonna go into a skill challenge to escape from this. Okay,
Right.
this is gonna be the first roll of the skill challenge to see how well you get out of this situation. Glane's choosing to stay and fight, and that's gonna play out however it plays out.
Yeah.
But does Glane have a plan?
Part of me is kind of hoping to get in a good hit with him, back him off, and then maybe jump on the cart with everybody else. Like run away.
If that's your plan, then I want to do your roll first, your turn
Okay.
first. If your plan is to attack him and then escape with the rest of the party,
All right.
and then we'll do the roll for the skill challenge. Oh, is that already the roll?
Because I want to
Okay,
attack
that's
him
fine.
and then like disengage.
Okay, the displacer
with
beast is gonna
my-
go. Here we go. We're gonna
Yeah.
do a quick.
Oh,
We're gonna do a quick 1 round of combat. Glane's going to, on his turn, hopefully will attempt to escape. But first, 2 tentacle attacks coming in on Prometheus.
What if we kill him?
I doubt it.
Gary
Probably
rolled an
has 1,000.
18. That's a
This is
hit.
more of a final boss situation.
I want to give this guy a scar so he remembers me.
Okay, 1 second. Let me just make sure that all these damage types are okay. Yeah. You see Gary lashes out with the tentacle. Does 7 points of damage. The other tentacle, Prometheus grabs with his hand. It misses. And that's the Displacer Beast's turn. You see that as he grabs it, he says, "Did he sell me a defective cat? What is this?" Glane, you're up.
I'll show you defective. All right. What do I do?
Whatever you
Sword.
want, you tell me. You tell me what you want to do. What would you like
Sword.
to do?
Do I get to do a 2-hit with the rapier and the dagger?
It takes your bonus action to do a second attack, but yeah, if you want to.
Then I will just use my sword then.
Good answer.
I'm not doing all that. Attack. Come on.
Nice.
You pull your sword out. You attempt to. What's it look like as Glane misses Prometheus? You tell me what happens.
I gotta swing at him, but the attack from Gary makes him take a step back, and that's just as much distance as he needs to not get hit by it.
All right, so you move 5 feet to make that attack, but it's a miss. You have bonus action. You have your movement.
Like to disengage to not take that attack of opportunity.
It's up to you. It's up to you.
I guess I'll disengage this way. Can I do that there?
Yeah, anywhere you want to go, really.
Is that as far as I can go though? Like away
You
from
have 30 feet. You have 30 feet of movement.
him? Oh,
If you disengage, you can move it to 30 feet.
so let me see. Distance. Where's the cart? Is it
It's over here. So you're just gonna make a run for the cart, basically.
okay? I guess I'll
Right?
go
That's what you want to do.
this far then.
Yeah, we're just gonna say that you're sprinting it for the cart.
And I say
because
Gary
Prometheus
to
is
me
gonna go.
because I want Gary to come with. I'm not leaving him behind.
Oh, but Gary's gonna get attacked of opportunity.
Well, Gary already took his turn.
But can't I
so he
grab
doesn't
him
have any
like he's-
movement.
He's on my path. Can
He's
I
quite
take it?
large.
He's a large creature, and to grab a creature and pull a creature, it cuts your movement in half. So if you did grab him, you would be able to get even less. But you're also gonna have to make an athletics check. If you want to grab him and somehow carry him, yeah, you can make an athletics check. It's gonna be a tough one.
I'll do that because I'm not leaving my boy behind.
Okay, make
Athletics check.
athletics. Sure. Twelve's not gonna cut it. You attempt to drag and carry a large creature that's like twice your size. It's like a cat the size of a horse, and you're unable to carry him. Horse. Okay, the Prometheus is gonna go, and then you guys are gonna escape on the cart. Prometheus is gonna pulls out a giant club. It is going to make 2 attacks on Gary.
No.
No! Me!
You know that Prometheus and Gary were not enemies a moment ago, right? They were friendly.
We could have all been friendly.
We could have all pretended to be friendly.
Till we stole the orb and ran away. It was all gonna be great.
He hits Gary for 19 and then 17 points of damage with these 2 club attacks.
That's a lot of
For a
damage.
total of 36 damage. You see that Gary is still up after taking 36 points, but they are powerful blows. Oops, I just changed its max health. I didn't mean to do that.
Blaine sees this, looks back at the party, and then just clutches his sword and looks back at Prometheus.
Get to the card!
Showing nobility at the worst time.
Could you have picked a worse time to have a character arc?
You jump onto the car. Okay, so here's the thing. You guys jump on the car. You do get out of there. All of the failures in the skill challenge we're going to fail forward. But what's going to happen if you fail a skill check is you're going to roll a 1d8 on the failure table to see what happens. So I want Carla to roll a d8 for me now.
Alright.
Failure table. That's what Germdub uses to get around in Tears of the Kingdom.
You
And
rush
for
from
your fail
there.
notes.
Gary is thrashing at Oh, you got like the one good one.
Yeah.
And a three is an opportunity. The creature who rolled this result can take an extra action that turn. However, it must be something different from the previous action taken. Roll again on the failure table if this result has already been rolled in the current situation. Oh yeah, okay. If you fail again, you can't get this again. But you get to attempt to do this in a different way other than athletics.
Okay.
Because athletics isn't working.
Let's see what else I have here. Intimidation.
It could be. There's a bunch of guys blocking the path. Maybe you're trying to scare them out of the way or something. You know,
Okay,
that could be.
sure,
We can do intimidation. Sure. Yeah, go ahead and roll intimidation.
Alright.
That's a success. You go from a failure to a success. So, you attempt to get the cart going up to speed. You realize that the cart is like going pretty slowly. You're getting out of here, but it's not fast enough to like bowl your way through these guys. You just scream at them, and they all jump out of the way.
Should I jump over
As Glane hops on the cart, and you guys roll out of there.
Did I say I was hopping on the cart?
I thought you did. Yes, I could have sworn yes that we
He
yes.
was-
Gary's
I was like
still
99% sure you said you were going to get on the cart. Yes.
He was going towards the cart.
I was going towards it, but then Gary didn't make it, so I'm not leaving him.
Okay. Everybody leaves but Glane.
What?
I don't know. Like I don't know what you want me to
Hang on,
say.
let me at least move my token onto the cart to indicate that that's my target location here.
Mm-hmm.
You just saw Giant smash Gary for 36 points of damage.
How much HP do you have, GQ? How much does Glane have?
Yeah, Glane.
You had a great success, getting Gary
21.
to
21. Okay. So you
Probably leaving him behind would be the only thing that would possibly let him live.
get him to follow.
Yeah.
Don't make him fight.
I'm not trying to get him to fight, but I can't. I gotta get him out of here.
Let him use his turn to get out of here. And you use your turn to get out of here. And we can all get out of here. It'll be great.
But we gotta move together. I can't just get on the cart and wish him good luck and drive away.
tough situation. It's a tough one. Man, whoever came up with this is a real
strategist.
Whoever concocted this situation where you have to choose between living or your pet, like, this is awful. What a horrible nightmare.
Boy. Man.
I'm staying with Gary.
Both of you come to the cart. It doesn't have to both be on your turn.
Well, can we go to the cart?
The cart's leaving on this turn. That was kind of the order that we established. So,
So before
no.
the next time we move, it's gonna be gone.
What you can do is, okay, let's see. The cart is leaving this turn. It essentially already left. Like, it's going to leave now. So either you leave with it or you stay. But you can stay. But you're gonna go through this next round. You and Gary can attempt to flee using some other way. So you're going to basically what you're gonna do is you're splitting the party, and you're going to have to make a skill check on your own to get out one of these other directions. That's not the way that the party is going on your next turn or something like that. You're splitting up is what you're going to do. So you're going to have to do something else. And that's if Prometheus doesn't kill you,
Why is that way that they're going not viable just because we're not in a cart?
But you could go that way, I guess, but you're not going to be with them.
Yeah, I don't pretend to be with them, but that's the path of least resistance. There's a bunch of big monsters over to the left and a ton more guys and more distance to travel the other ways.
Well, because they already took the cart. The idea was for
Yeah.
you to, like, use some kind of skill. But if you can tell me, like, what kind of skill you're using to go that way, that's fine. You can go that way, too. But either way, it's all going to lead to the same place, but you're splitting up.
Yeah.
Okay, it's Gary's turn.
Great.
What do you tell Gary to do?
Gary, follow the cart.
Okay, yeah, he's gonna disengage and he'll run out with you. You guys, you have the same initiative before him. So you tell me, what are you doing to get you and Gary out of here? Don't worry about the distance. It's obviously like more than 30 feet to get off the map, but we're just gonna do this in one fell swoop and decide what happens. What sort of skill are you gonna do to get out of here? You see that the cart left. All these guys dove out of the way. There's still a host of enemies. There's one of them splattered in blood right here.
Okay,
There's a stain.
let me look at my character business real quick so I can make an educated. Heck, let's see.
Hmm? I was wondering if that's what the was.
What are you guys awing about?
No, just observing from a cart that is leaving. That is supposed to have you.
Let's see. I'd like to. Savannah's still off the cart.
That's okay.
She's on.
She's there.
So there's kind of two ways to approach it. There's a way of thinking like, what do I want to do, and then we can figure out what skill that is. Or you can look at like your skills, and figure out a way to make one of those be an escape from here.
Is Gary in his current state? Is he big enough to ride?
Yeah. He's a large
Let's
creature.
go.
Oh
Let's-
no. +1 animal handling.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Okay, make an animal handling check.
Do a cool backflip.
Do a backflip. Gary, quick backflip attack.
Do I have an advantage because I'm with my best friend?
The power of friendship.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. Yeah,
And
go
he's near
ahead.
death.
Go ahead and roll disadvantage, sure. Yeah. Dude, you leap on Gary's back. 15
Ride
will
like
get you
the
out of there.
wind, Gary.
You leap on the back
Yeah.
of your cat, and you ride out of there, following the cart. But you're trailing behind it. The cart continues to roll down. We're gonna leave this map now and just go look at the regional map for a little bit, because we're not going to be on a map anymore. We're going into Theater of the Mind. So let me just put on some chase music, and we'll continue with the skill challenge.
I'm preparing to enter the theater. Cue
Just
Benny
the-
Hill.
I didn't have Twitch open at all during that, so all the talk about Gary,
That's good.
I did not see any of that.
Nobody said anything.
Well, they did.
Okay, so here's my first question to you
I can
guys.
see
You guys are riding out of here on this cart. You see that you're rushing past trees. What's the plan? Where's the party trying to go? As Prometheus shouts after you. Let him have a head start. This will be fun.
Great.
And you hear the goblins laughing, cheering, a cacophony coming from the lumber mill.
Chittering.
Yeah. Cackling.
Oh,
Where does the party want to go right now? Where's the plan?
jeez.
Head up,
Dane.
like, somewhat of
Yeah,
a-
Dane is my my first concern. I want to go warn him that that
Do we
Prometheus.
think that
is there.
Savannah would have left one of the sending stones with Dane?
Seems very
She
likely.
didn't. She didn't
Oh, man.
though. Here we go. Somebody roll me a wisdom check to see if the group would have remembered retroactively to leave one of the sending stones with Dane.
+2. Anybody beaten that?
I guess we could have Savannah roll it.
Yeah. She's probably got 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roll one. Here we go.
It does.
14. That's just a DC 10. So before you guys split up from them, she left one of her Nautilus shell sending stones. If you wanted to, you can send him a message of up to 25 words. Or
Oh boy. Yeah.
you guys could go look. I don't know where you left them exactly.
I feel
It's somewhere
like they probably
close.
know.
Yeah, yeah.
Time to head back to the lodge or somewhere, and we should go someplace.
Yeah. 25 words. All right. Prometheus.
so.
Prometheus here. Flee immediately. Don't be seen. Mini goblins here.
For bad. Should we tell them where we're going?
Where are we going?
I feel like we should try to figure out somewhere to go where we can set up like a little bit of a trap or something.
I think
Jump
right now
across
we
you
just
to
need to
Goblerado.
escape.
Yeah.
Goblerado?
You know, you could try to get across the Crystal River and head to Goblerado.
All right.
Wait.
Is there Dag, is there a way across the river?
I think I should know whether or not, right?
I mean, yeah. You know that there are ways across. But I think that maybe if you know like a good, I think that there's going to be a role as part of this skill challenge to determine who's going to navigate. So if you want to make that a check, you make for the roll to see if you know a spot or something.
Yeah, and would that be like something
we
like
can do that.
survival?
History, survival, nature, even maybe could be something like that.
I'll just go with survival there.
Yeah, you can make survival.
All right. Oh,
Nice.
Very cool.
That's okay.
We're on our own.
No matter what we do, we move forward. But you're gonna roll on the failure table for that. But you send your message. Let's resolve that first. Well, we'll get. Yeah, that's fine. But was that the whole message?
I'd like to tack on heading to Goblerado.
Great. Dane Deep Vein replies. 25 words.
25 words.
Yeah. We are headed back to the lodge. Good luck.
Nope.
Update me tomorrow if you make it. What? I think I'm at like 16 or something like that.
In the heat of the moment, I don't expect people to be counting.
Yeah. Something like that. We'll lay low. Wait for your message. That's about 25, a little bit under. So presumably, Dane Deep Vein is going to get out of there with
Good.
these guys.
Presumably,
I'm gonna
these
remove
rails
them.
aren't going to cross the river.
No, you actually get to the end. Let's see.
Do you think...
Let me see what number 5 is.
Should we abandon ship? Bluff them? Guys, we've got an advantage on speed here, but they've
Okay,
got
so you rolled a
tracks
3.
to follow.
Yeah, I agree. We should not stay on the tracks. We should ditch the cart.
You know what's funny? The 5 on the failure table is that Dagwin gets separated from the group somehow. I think that you guys ditch the cart. Dagwin
Okay.
gets caught or something on the cart and is like taken
no.
further down the rails. But he shouts to you, head towards the river. On a survival check.
We'll meet you there. I hope.
You'll be able to catch up on the next. You have to roll. You have to do the next one on your own as well, just like GQ did.
Okay.
The next skill check. So the party's gonna do one, and Dagwin's gonna have to do one.
All right. I want to try something here.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So Prometheus says that he'll give us a head start. I'd like to feed into the idea that yeah, we're gonna be riding this rail for miles. You won't be able to catch us on this thing. I want him following the tracks, and I'm hoping that he falls for it.
So sounds like a deception check is what that sounds like.
Yeah.
Okay, great. As you guys split up, you're shouting back, hoping that he can hear you. Yeah, like
Like to
"We're
see
outta
it
here."
try catch us on these
Yeah.
wheels.
Go ahead and make a deception check.
20 total.
Great. You send a bunch of goblins after the cart. Dagwin, you're on the cart, speeding away from the group. You manage to free yourself. You hop off and you see face to face with a bunch of goblins. You have come upon a bunch of goblins that were like the axe biter goblins. With their axes, they're hacking away at trees. They see you, and there's like a moment where they pause, look at each other, and then raise their weapons. What does Dagwin do as he runs into like a half dozen axe biter goblins?
I'm gonna yell at them to go on, get out of here, and then try to chase after my friends.
Go on, get.
Sounds like intimidation. Sounds like intimidation check. Okay, I need you to roll 1d8 on the failure table.
Yay. Ascend.
Number 4 is an obstacle, a physical obstacle suiting the terrain, bars passage. I'm gonna need you to make a acrobatics or an athletics check. These goblins, like, they look at you, this guy swings his axe into a tree, and a whole tree comes toppling down. You barely manage to dodge out of the way, but there's a tree blocking you now, and that you need to climb over. Great. You clamber over this tree. The other goblins come chasing after you, but you manage to pull ahead of them, and you guys see coming out of the woods, Dagwin rejoins
come
the
on.
group, avoiding the obstacle.
So many
Um,
goblins, you guys.
Glane,
Hi.
you're separated.
Am I separated
Uh,
enough where I can
you-
see what they're doing, or are they way ahead of me?
You are catching up to them. You're gonna have to do one thing, and then you'll be able to catch up to them. But you are riding Gary. You're whipping through the trees. Gary is dodging and weaving throughout the trees. You see at the top of a hill, the hobgoblin leader, Krasrug, appears with a firing squad of men. The one that you chased, you bowled through, and they raise their longbows. Ready! Aim! Fire! You hear whistling as arrows come through the trees at you. What skill are you going to do to handle this?
I would like to use my survival skill to
survive.
look up. Yes, to look up and see which branches are load-bearing enough for Gary to start pouncing between them to get away.
Great! Give me survival.
Because my animal handling is bad.
It's true.
Let's see.
It's weird. So your entire character is built around looking for your cat.
Yep, but he hasn't been here, so I'm out of practice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
Let's go.
Your cat just fully leaps up into the trees, starts just jumping from branch to branch, fully leaves the floor of the forest. You guys, the rest of the group is making their way towards the river, and you just see Glane riding this displacer beast, lands right in front of you. He does the Akira slide on his cat. And you guys are joined by Gary, Glane, Dagwin comes through. The whole party's back together.
Dobbs quest mission complete.
No, it's not over yet. No, you're just reunited. It's not over yet. You guys hear a tremendous roar as Prometheus. The trees bend a little bit with the force of this roar, and then there's like birds come scattering out of the trees. There's a pause for a moment, and then a whole flaming tree comes crashing down at you guys, and then another tree comes. He's throwing logs of trees, and they're on fire. And he's like, you hear like lasers blasting. He's shooting lasers at the trees as they're flying at you. He's just going crazy, like throwing flaming trees throughout the forest. Fire begins to spread as things catch on fire.
We see a kitchen sink just fly through the air.
Yeah, there's splinters, there's smoke. But you guys need to keep going. Who takes the lead on this one? Has anyone not gone at all yet? I think everybody's gone. Yeah, so I think this is gonna be anybody. I think you've all taken the lead on one.
Well,
There's fire spreading
No,
everywhere.
typically not.
Trees are catching on fire.
Well, I was hoping we'd have bought a little bit more time, but we'll make do. Maybe.
It seems like he's really aiming at you.
Yeah.
But he's like really just trying to catch the forest on fire to catch you guys.
Well, let's see here. What have we not used yet? Well, if he hasn't seen us yet, how quickly can we get away without being detected, do you think? Can we stealth away? Come stealth
Sure.
away?
Yeah, somebody could roll. Yeah, somebody could absolutely roll stealth. Sure.
Savannah's got a +5. I've also got a +5.
You have a plus
I've got a-
5, so
yeah,
I've
if
got a
anyone's
plus
gonna do
7.
it, Glenn's got a +7.
Oh, Glane. You want to see if you can find us a way through here quickly without getting us all killed?
Yeah. I kind of
He-
wince
yeah,
and look at our
he's
options,
out with him.
and holding Gary close.
Hmm.
This should just be a regular roll, right? No advantage, no disadvantage.
No advantage, just regular stealth. That's a success, though. You have the party get low beneath the smoke. You duck into like in Lord of the Rings where they're like hiding from the ring wraith in the Shire. You like get into these embankments and you're like underneath the smoke, sneaking away from here, using the fire as a cover. You all, as you're sneaking and slinking away from there, quietly, you think that they've lost you. You hear wolf riders closing in. The wolf riders are, there's tall trees on either side of you. There's like limited line of sight, but the wolves are like sniffing and you hear them snarling, trying to sniff your party out. But you guys see that you're getting close to the river. You need to make it past these wolves, and then there is a section of the forest that is wide open up ahead to make it to the river, with like a bunch of stumps that have been clear cut next to the river.
Dagwin
First the wolves.
calls
How do you deal with
out-
the wolves?
Dagwin calls out in Goblin at them, saying,
Yeah.
"You fools! They went the other way."
Oh.
Make a deception check.
Oh.
You hear them say, "You heard them! Head the other way!" And they whip the reins around. The wolves start like galloping out of there. Great. You guys. This is actually the part where there was an obstacle here where the displacer beast would be blocking your path. But that one has already been automatically taken care of.
Weird.
He's our friend.
So the final leg of the you see the river up ahead, but there's no cover. There's no there's just a bunch of stumps, like a field of stumps, and you see like the rapids of the Crystal River, at a mad dash up ahead. Well, not necessarily. Maybe if that's what you guys choose to do, but you just see an open, wide area, and as you do, a flash blizzard begins to kick in.
Weather has been a little bit odd, hasn't it?
Yeah, one of those. You guys have seen this before already. Just randomly strong winds start whipping up a heavy snow. Just gonna do the final roll here.
How are we gonna deal with this?
Who just went? Dagwin just went.
Mm-hmm.
Glane just went. Let's have Carla or Dagwin do, or Dorian rather.
Doesn't Savannah
Do
have something
one.
with fire? Fairy fire?
Yeah,
Fairy
but she's not
fires.
here.
I've got fairy fire. It's not
That's more for
Act-
revealing hidden creatures.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what it does, so I just know fire.
helps us target things better by outlining them. River. And a long stretch ahead. You have great skills for this.
Ram
Intimidate
it
the
with
river.
your hat.
You
Doesn't
really-
have to be something you're proficient in, you know? It could be anything.
That's true. I can
Step
put on
out
a
of your comfort
performance.
zone.
Could be something you're terrible at.
Maybe.
Minus
I mean,
6.
yeah, maybe you put on a performance. Maybe you
Look, we're not getting out of this
do some kind
alive
of distraction or
unless
something.
we can put on the best show this school has ever seen.
We're winning that trip to space camp.
All right, I've got some bardic inspiration left to aid your roll. If you think of something that will help us get across the river here that hasn't already been used. That is the problem in such a long chase. We've used a lot of things.
I've got acrobatics.
Use something again, as long as you haven't used it before.
She could pray.
I'll
Religion.
reuse something. Yeah, maybe.
Do you think acrobatics would work?
Possibly.
Yeah, it could just be. You could just be like, you're trying to sprint or something like that, like really, really fast.
Yeah.
I'll have Savannah give you the guidance cantrip, which adds a 1d4
Well, and
to your
I've got a bardic inspiration.
skill check. Go ahead and roll acrobatics.
Okay.
You can add 1d4 to this. Well, you need it.
Oh, that 20.
Where's that D4?
You want me to do that?
Yeah, you roll it.
And then I don't know if that can stack with the inspiration or not, but
It can.
then use it. Because mine's
What's
a
that, a
D6.
D6?
Yeah. Roll another two. Keep rolling. Keep rolling.
Why do I have to keep rolling?
6.
Okay, you feel inspired. You're feeling the tired after this chase, mad dash to the woods, but you find a boost of energy.
Sings me a
Dorian
song.
inspires you to go through.
6.
Under the cover of the snow, having lost the wolves, having Gary with you, not tracking you, that's the end of the chase sequence.
Man.
You guys make it to the river, following Carla in a mad dash across the stump field.
Stumpled.
I hug Gary. I missed you, boy.
He
Okay.
feels
Glare.
weird.
Okay, so I'm just gonna pull something out of my pack here, and just
Uh-huh.
kind of hold this up to Glane. So we've got a moment here. Can you
where is
explain anything here?
He's huge.
Is he X-
we've-
Xbox?
We've all done some growing on our journey, and I think Gary's no different. I do want to find out what happened to him, though.
Okay, just confirming for myself that this is not Gary's typical look.
No,
Also,
he's
I
more
thought I
like the
heard
drawing.
Prometheus say, "You sold me a bad cat." Did you sell
This is
him
not what I
Gary?
expected at all.
I did not sell Gary. I would not do that.
Someone sold Gary.
I'd like to pull out. I haven't gotten to use this yet. I have a water skin in my pack. I'd like to pull it out and give Gary a little drink.
Probably frozen.
He laps it up. He nuzzles you. His skin is coarse and cold.
Hairless cat.
Yeah, he's like a hairless cat, yeah. And his tentacles are unsettling. He's also grievously injured, Gary. He's
Yeah.
extremely injured. So you see he's like panting. He kind of like curls up for a second and takes a rest.
Dorian, do you have any tricks that might help him feel better?
Let me take a look. I mean, first off, I'd like to assess, how bad off is he right now?
I'll go ahead and make a medicine check.
Yeah. Like, is this guy on death's door here? Dang.
He looks pretty injured. You're not sure, you're not familiar with this creature, so it's tough to say, like, how injured he is, but just based off what you saw happen to him, it was a couple of blows that would have, like, possibly killed one of your party.
Mm-hmm.
So he's definitely, like, pretty, he's definitely tougher than your average cat, but you see that he's not looking too good.
All right. I've got a few slots left. I'll use Healing Word. This'll at least get him up on his feet. Hey, all right.
Okay.
Capped out.
It looks a little bit, he licks your palm as you go to give him a healing word.
Mm.
His sandpapery tongue,
Ooh. It's
and it burns a little bit
drier
afterward.
than I'd expect. More caustic. Oh, and Savannah too. healing word on the cat. I'll give it another D4 plus 3.
Like which cat? You'll have to speak up.
Haha. 7. I forgot to actually type in the plus 3, but
Okay, great.
one
Another
of
7.
Savannah's slots.
Adding that up. He's looking a lot better.
I can't use my hit die on him to heal him, can I?
Nope.
Dang it.
Well, that's 14 of the 36 damage he took. Okay.
Make sure I mark that spell slot for Savannah.
All right. So, team, we have bought ourselves some time. Maybe a quick recap of events for Day, since we have her listening in, because this has been
Stuff's happened.
stuff's happened, and
You
I
have
think
spell slots in this.
I'm gonna blame a lot of that on GQ.
Yes.
I got Gary back.
I mean, admittedly, your Hail Mary got Gary back.
Hail Gary.
Hail Gary. We hit him with a Hail Gary. All right, a quick recap as we try to figure out next steps on getting across this river. We're going to Goblerado Day. Okay, we'll let her watch the VOD. Things went south fast, and now we're going to Goblerado, and we met Prometheus. That's all. That's all you need to know. Hotel Wi-Fi is pretty bad, I imagine. It usually is. But at least you've got AC for the night. All right. So, team.
Okay, I got all the spell slots and stuff taken care of. All the healing done.
As much as I would love to just stop and figure out what in the world just happened and what we've learned, we need to get out of... Yeah. And we've all learned some valuable lessons, I hope. We need to get out of Prometheus's reach quickly. How are we getting across this river?
Yeah, you guys have a quiet moment to catch your breath here at the edge of the river. You see this rushing. The Crystal River is a pretty wide river, but you know, like maybe you guys find like the thinnest part of it.
Mm-hmm.
We can find a roll. We can do a roll or something maybe.
Like to ford the river.
But the current is pretty strong in the Crystal River. It flows south through the mountains up north. And because of the elevation, it's moving pretty quickly. And you see that it's also very cold. You see because it's moving, it's not like frozen, but there are like chunks of ice that are like floating down it. In the current, and then it also has a lot of elevation changes, and there's like rapids at certain parts. So it's a little bit of a treacherous crossing here.
The Oregon Trail flashbacks.
Yeah, it's a little bit of an Oregon Trail situation.
We're gonna
Do
have
we
to.
see
like
a
to-
wagon that we can call?
We're gonna have to Ninja Warrior
Maybe.
across.
Go and look for a wagon.
I don't know if this. We got some.
Got rope.
We've got rope. That's what I am thinking about, the rope. One among us may be able to dash across the chunks of ice, and tie up one end on.
Do a little lasso situation.
Oh yeah.
No?
Like if we can get one person across to it, is there perhaps a sturdy tree on the other side?
There could be. Make a
I might be
perception
able
check.
to check for that. I've got survival.
I could just.
I do.
I could
You can survival
perceive.
check if you'd like.
Oh yes, he's got ghosts. I forgot.
Yeah, I've got ghosts telling me what to do.
Well, we had to listen to the ghost then.
I'll listen to the ghosts. They've never led me astray here.
Ghost,
Ghosts know what's up.
Oh yeah, you see some trees on the other side. Sure, yeah. There's trees on the other side.
The ghost
You
told me
actually
about
see
these trees.
Glade just turns to nobody in particular. What's that? Oh yeah.
Elm?
When I
Oh
point that
yeah,
out.
yeah. Good point.
down the river a bit, on sort of a rock in the middle of the river. There's trees, but also you see sitting on a rock is like a little frog humanoid, and he's wearing a
Oh.
crown.
Oh,
And he's sort of humming to himself, and you see that he's like got a staff, and he's like dipping his staff in the water. And you say, you do see a little frog man downstream a little bit, but you also see some trees and stuff.
who's
19's
this
pretty good.
Studio Ghibli guy over here?
I've got a quick question about this scroll, by the way.
Which
This,
scroll?
The Speak with Animals scroll. Is it still on, and does it work both ways?
Let me
'cause
look
we
up the
have
Speak with Animals spell and see what the
Because
duration
we have
is.
Prometheus's henchmen with us who might be able to talk to me and tell us all about Prometheus.
It lasts for 10 minutes. You gain the ability to comprehend and verbally communicate with beasts. Now, technically, this is not a beast, but I allowed it in that moment for you to convince him. I'm going to say that 10 minutes, your escape, that spell's done.
Okay.
That would have been longer than 10 minutes.
So the scroll has evaporated. It's gone.
Yes, the scroll is a one-time use. Yeah, you used it. You were able to talk to have a moment where you spoke to Gary, but no, you can't have a conversation with him.
All right, this frog being. I mean, I'm going to presume this is a fellow intelligent species.
Yeah, it seems to be like a frog man.
Has
you can make
Dorian
a
is
check
Dorian
or
familiar
something?
with frogmen?
He might just be, yeah. Give me a DC 5, a skill check, intelligence check of some kind, like nature or something like that, or history.
All right.
Your choice of intelligence skill.
Well, they're fairly equivalent. Ooh.
Yeah. I mean, you don't know who this particular guy is, but you recognize him as a bullywug, which is a
Bullywug.
sort of a frog person. They typically live in rivers and ponds, swamps, things like that.
And he has a crown.
And he's wearing a crown on his head. Yeah. It's kind of a crude crown made of like sticks and twigs and things. Doesn't appear to be like a gold crown. It's like it looks like nicely made, but it's got like reeds and things sticking
takes
out of
pride
it.
in it.
He's wearing sort of a simple garment with like a sort of a large belt on
Okay.
and some shoulder pads.
All right. I'll try
And he's got a
to,
staff in his hand.
I'll try to see if I can find some information here, and failing that, we can go back to Plan B, which is Carla yeets Savannah across the river.
Carla
Hail,
yeets
hail, fellow.
Gary.
Greetings to you on this
Let me show you. Let me
blustery
give you a picture of
day.
this guy.
Oh yeah, let's see him.
I can show you his portrait.
I can't wait. Okay. Oh, he looks much less friendly than I imagined him.
He's probably not. This is he's not so grumpy looking. You see that he seems kind of.
The guy from Yabba
He gives off a
That's what I
more.
was thinking. Stappletail's frog.
Yeah.
He's not that grumpy.
Okay.
This is a picture of This is a picture. There's
Yeah.
not a picture for everything. He's looks more kind of absent-minded, silly vibe coming from this guy. He looks up. You scared the fish away. What did you ask him?
He just goes into Kermit the Frog voice.
That was not Kermit.
No, but it was just what came to mind.
Hey guys.
It's me, Kermit the Frog. I'm
It's
in
like
a
Ray
Dungeons
Romano.
and Dragons game.
Hey, Ray Romano, the frog. Damn.
Yes,
what did
greetings.
you ask him?
Greetings to you. My companions and I seek travel across this river. Might you know of a way we can get across and remain dry?
He looks at you all and says, "Oh, strange group strange group here. What brings you into my kingdom? What's the purpose of your travels here?"
We are. How much do we want to let this guy know? We are seeking the fabled Cobblerado, which we believe lies across this river.
Oh, that? Yeah, it's over there.
Oh yeah.
Fabled. He says not as fabled as my lands are. My land stretches as far as the eye can see.
Starts name dropping
Up
his
and
land.
down. Colorado's not as nice as it is here. It's a little bit cold this time of year, but how can I help?
Might you know of any way we can cross this river? The wintry weather has made normal passage difficult for us.
Well, you could take your luck swimming it, but the current's pretty strong. You could build a raft, possibly. He says, "How good are you at hopping? Are you
Hopping.
Normally, I just hop across."
Makes sense.
He said, I might be persuaded to help you pass. What can you offer me?
What can we offer this guy?
What do you think he likes?
Frog things.
Maybe we could give him the gift of knowledge that his kingdom is about to be invaded by Prometheus.
No! He's gonna be mad at us.
Give him a backflip potion. He likes hopping.
He's gonna be mad.
Where's the extra backflip potion?
That'd be great. Yeah, that on a frog is overpowered.
Yeah, they would love that.
Backflip to the moon.
Jeez. Oh, I don't have that. Do you think he likes daggers? Give him the gift of a song.
Hmm.
He says, "Do you like riddles?"
Oh, he likes
Riddles. In character, Dorian does not actually enjoy riddles, but
Yes.
yes, of course. Is there anything greater in life than the satisfaction of a delightful riddle?
I agree. I most agree. I spend much of my time coming up with riddles and presenting them to travelers. There's not much else to do here.
I'm just doing a quick check across all the character sheets, and I have bad news. We're all idiots.
Oh no.
There's one goblin in particular I like to share riddles with. His are pretty bad. But it's amusing. Either
You
way.
not have to check the character sheets for that.
Well, perhaps we may fare well with a good riddle. Let's trade him a riddle for I don't know exactly how he's gonna help us, but who has
He
a
says,
riddle?
well, answer me this then. I run smoother than most any rhyme. I love to fall, but cannot climb. What am I?
Huddle.
Is it water? Do you think it's water?
It might be water. It could be water.
He's splashing in the water over there.
Make it
You see him
weird.
splashing around.
We line up Family Feud style. All right, we're gonna go with water.
Steve Harvey is here suddenly. And he makes a really exaggerated expression as you say water. Ding! No,
And
it
then his
is
neck
water!
expands like a
He says,
frog.
now,
Hey,
he
good
says,
answer, good
now
answer.
please. Yeah, so you are good at riddles.
Good answer.
Now you tell me one.
All
That's how
right.
this works.
Yeah, Lucky McCoy. All right.
I remember one that someone told me once.
Okay.
It was
What's in my pocket?
black and white and red all over. What am I? I can't figure it out. Still don't know the answer, but
Black and white and red all over. Some sort of beast that's a fey beast, perhaps, or Can't say I've heard this one before. Well, I'm stumped.
Guess that means we win.
Me too.
What's the answer? I have to know.
Carla? Carla? Hey, that
riddle with
actually
no
reminds me of
answer.
another riddle.
Quite a riddle indeed, for even the teller knows not the answer.
A mouth with no teeth, a bank with no coin, a bed with no pillow. What am I?
I'm curious if I know this one. What is it? A mouth with no teeth?
A bank with no coin,
No coin.
and a bed with no pillow.
Is it snow?
A river.
Oh, river. Oh, river, of course. Of course. This is delightful. He says, let me tell you one more of mine.
Oh, great.
Let me tell you one more.
Sure.
This is delightful. It's having a great time.
Oh, yeah.
Glade
Just
looks
tell
off
you
at the
what,
horizon where all the
Answer
goblins
this
were.
one. I'll give you my best riddle. Answer this one, and I'll call one of my subjects to help you across.
Oh, good. Oh. I'm worried.
More of you.
I'm not
Cool.
worried. Oh, great. More frogs.
It's not. I think you guys will be fine. It's okay. He says, pronounced as a letter, written as 3. I have a twin whom I cannot see. What am I?
Pronounced as a letter, written as 3. I have a twin. I've got 2 of 3.
Pronounced as a letter, written
Yeah.
as 3. I have a twin whom I cannot see. What am I?
Yeah, consider C, as in pronounced as the letter C, written as 3 letters, S-E-A. I have a twin I cannot see. It's something like that. A 3-letter word that is pronounced as a letter has a twin that cannot see.
Pronounced as a letter, written as 3. I have a twin whom I cannot see. What am I?
So there's only 26 possibilities. 25 if you take out W. Let's see. Would a B
Ooh, I
have
think
a
I've
twin?
stumped you. I
Would a
think
B
I've
have a,
stumped
would a
you all.
C have a twin? Would a D have a twin?
Is it I?
It is
Ah,
I.
there
It
it
is
is.
I.
I was working
what
my way
am
downhill.
I told you so many times the answer. What am I?
What is it?
You see that he chuckles. He seems absolutely delighted by this interaction. This is the most fun I've had in ages. He says the goblins are not as good at riddles as you all. Not by far. He claps his hands, and you see that a giant toad, huge toad, submerges from the water. Absolutely enormous, like, pops up from the water by the shore bank. And he opens his mouth. Just go ahead, hop in. There's space enough for all of you.
Oh.
Sure.
We just
I
kind of
immediately start
hold our
calming
weapons
Gary.
This is a
pointy
giant
side up.
toad. It's huge. Absolutely enormous toad. Just has his has his mouth open for you guys to hop in.
Easy, Gary. Easy. Easy.
Well, let's go.
We'll just kind of hold the pointy side of our weapons up towards the mouth, just in case it gets any ideas.
I trust he wouldn't want us to come to harm.
Oh,
We're so
yeah.
good at riddles after all.
That's true. We're very riddle pro.
He says, I never asked you what is the group name of your group? He says, I'm the Great King Gerpler, by the way.
Ah, of course. We are the Timbersworn
Six?
Six. I believe, if memory serves.
Is that right? The Temper Sworn 6? Is that what it is?
It changes.
Great.
Newspaper.
This is once the winter passes, me and my subjects will probably be moving back north, so maybe we'll see you again someday.
Perhaps so. Oh, great king.
You see the giant toad. You all jump in its mouth. You're sitting on the tongue of a giant toad. It closes its mouth like a little bit, but it leaves like it's partially open, just because there's like a lot of water, like cold, freezing cold water, like rushing through, and so it gets pretty dark for a moment inside this toad's mouth as you all huddle in, and it ferries you across the river.
There you go.
And opens its mouth and lets you off on the other side.
Not bad for an amphibian.
Not bad yourselves. If you didn't answer my riddle, the toad would have ate you.
Oh, cool.
It would have been delightful.
Good God, let's get out of here.
Okay.
This is great fun. He loves eating people. But you guys go across the Crystal River.
Day, I assure you, this is not the most
This is
ridiculous
not the most
thing that has
ridiculous
happened
thing.
tonight.
This is a very normal thing. This is a
This
very
is the
normal
most
thing.
chill part of the whole episode.
Everything about this was so normal and cool.
You may be wondering why there's a displacer beast. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, the party has a pet displacer beast now, which is like, I don't know how to resolve that. But
Yeah, great, cool.
this is not a permanent pet. He's definitely,
He
he's
might-
too injured or something. He's
if-
out of commission for a little while.
If we lose,
It's like-
if we lose him,
there's
he's a
no
misplacer
way.
beast.
Oh God, there's no way you guys are dragging a displacer beast everywhere. I'm not
No,
allowing that.
We revert him back to Gary. He turns back into Gary.
Give us Gary. Oh gosh.
You guys are pretty much clear of danger. It's a little bit of a hike to get to Goblerado, but as the day
Road to Goblin.
it's been an exhausting day. You guys are so tired. You've been marching through the woods for hours. You come upon a small camp that is Goblerado. You see that there's a cluster of tents up ahead. You see signs that there's been a lot of like trees chopped down near here. You see some crude wooden palisades and things of that nature, sort of fencing this place in. And you hear activity from within, goblins and chatter, but what does the party want to do?
Dagwin, what do you know about Goblerado?
Well, I know my uncle is here. I was hoping we could try and find him for some support.
Well, I guess we'll get some answers about the goblins pertaining to Prometheus. I mean, they seem to be loyal to him, at least for now, but that may just be because of his immense power.
I mean, eventually he might just run out of goblins. You saw how quickly he was to get rid of that one hobgoblin who dared to speak against him.
He did.
He did.
I'm gonna add you guys to the map real quick before we change scenes. Forgot to add, and I gotta get Gary in here.
Hopefully the goblins here do not swear allegiance to him. Or at least perhaps could be persuaded by some other show of force.
That's the great hope.
If I may,
Okay,
Blaine would
you guys
like to do
approach
something.
Goblerado. Is anybody trying to do anything in particular, or are you just gonna walk up to the front gates and try to
Gosh,
talk
we're
your
just
way
gonna
in?
walk up to the front gate of a city of goblins. What are we even doing? All right.
Well, I mean, Germ knows that his uncle is here and that he's expected. So maybe there's something there, Maybe you have a right to be here.
Yeah.
I'd like to do one quick thing before we wander into a thing that
Yeah.
sucks us into a fight.
What do you mean?
Because we had a
What do
whole
you mean? What are you talking
because
about?
we had a whole walk
Colorado.
to do this.
Uh-huh.
I got that bag of scrolls, possibly magic scrolls. I'd like to rifle through it and see what I actually got.
Sure, make an investigation check.
I'm no longer proficient in that.
Yeah,
there you
you're
go.
not good
for
at that
rifle.
anymore. You're like, okay, ghost. Oh wait, I
Wrong
got rid of you.
ghost.
Crossword puzzles.
The other ghost is like, well, that's not a tree.
Sorry, I only know trees.
It's a bunch of like legal stuff. You don't know what make heads or tails of it. It's not interesting to you. It's like all land deeds and paperwork and like payroll stuff, operations, ledgers, all kinds of stuff like that. No cool magic scrolls in there.
I'll hang on to it for now, but it's not interesting.
Yeah, it's definitely not interesting.
What if I want to know how much my coworkers make?
It's redacted.
Let's unionize the goblins.
Okay, we're going to Gobblerado, everybody.
Gobblerado. Great. Now playing Goblin Camp. Perfect.
That's the song. Can everybody see everything?
Yep, there's a lot of goblins.
Okay, great. Yeah, you guys see a camp. Sort of. Once again, it's definitely icier than this. You know, it's looking very green here, but that's all good. We'll just imagine that it's a little snowier. But you approach up, and you are quickly stopped by a couple of wolf riding guards here. What are you doing here? Who are you? They hold up spears
Great.
in your direction.
Dagwin, do you want to do the talking?
Sure.
Yeah.
We're here to visit my uncle. We're looking for Jav.
You're a Jav. Go ahead and make a persuasion check, Dagwin, with advantage here. You see that they lower their spears. Say, "Oh, you're a Jav. All right. Well, that changes things.
That's good.
You can find them over by the supply tent. And you see that they've sort of cleared the way for you.
Okay.
As Dagwin commands an authority here, that maybe surprises you guys. They recognize him. They don't recognize him, but they recognize him speaking like he belongs here. And they seem that they let you guys into the camp. As you look around here, everybody give me a perception check. Just the general state of affairs in the camp here.
Okay.
Not everything that's you see on the map might be visible to your characters like right away. Who rolled a nat 20? Who was that?
What do you think? It was me, King of Nat 20s.
It took a second to show up. Dorian, you look around. You see at that that's camp. It does look like, oh, there's a lot of goblins here. But you actually look around. You're like, oh, it's not as like the goblins that we saw Prometheus had. These are like, it looks like the best, the strongest goblins. A lot of the fighters have been taken from here. You see, like there's some from each of the clans here, but they're all like the weak goblins, the young ones, a lot of older goblins. You see that this place is actually not looking quite so staffed as you first thought. Like a lot of these goblins are very weak, scrawny little guys. But you do see that the chieftain's tent seems to be surrounded by Blue Skulls. Chief Bearbite's tent. He seems to be a member of the Blue Skull clan. Over here, you see a guy who looks very similar to the hobgoblin you saw commanding Prometheus's hobgoblins, commanding a small force of hobgoblins of his own. You see Javrik Lingar with very, very few Giant's Hand goblins, which is Dagwin's clan.
So we've got
and
multiple clans here
You see
represented.
the Axe Biters. Yep, the Axe Biters. And from the Dog Jaws, you see there's only 3 Dogjaw goblins left with wolves, and coming out of a tent, you see your friend Dorko.
I was just
Dorko.
thinking that Dorko was going to show up tonight, but I was expecting him to be on fire, on skis, careening down the mountain. But I didn't want to call it out in case he actually did show up on the mountain.
You see that Dorko's got his nice gear that you got him on. He's looking a little more confident, looking like a little more supplied, because you gave him some cold weather clothing that seems to have helped him get back here safely. He sees a party enter. Dorko is there in front of you.
Ghislaine. Oh no.
You here? You came. Me, Dorko. Remember?
Dorko.
Dorko.
Newman.
That's me. Me, Dorko.
All right.
Oh, you come join goblins.
Does that mean that you gave up your old master?
You see that he says Prometheus or Chief Bearbite.
Prometheus.
Prometheus.
He says Prometheus. He no want me. He no want anyone here. He picked the strongest ones and he leave.
Stop poking Dorko. Well, it is certainly eventful that we are seeing you again, Dorko.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bye.
He runs off. No. He says, "What are you doing here?"
Well, it's a bit of a long story, but the short version is we're trying to get rid of Prometheus.
Oh. You might want to talk to the chief then. Chief Bearbite, not happy with Prometheus.
No, I imagine a lot of people aren't.
Do you see? Dorko thinks for a moment. He says, Goblin, we respect strong, but Prometheus pretty strong, but they're a different kind of strong. You know?
What kind of strong are you talking about? What other kind, I guess?
Like you.
Not really strong.
Like you.
More like mean.
Prometheus 1 strong. You lot strong.
It takes a lot of
Benny.
strength to lock a man in a chest. A lot of strength of character to keep him in there for days on end.
Yeah. It does. Yeah, not everyone can do that.
No one wants to engage with Dorko. We're all just observing
Anyway,
him while he does things.
We're back together again.
He's so happy.
He joins the party. It's like a video game where they force him to join your party.
Dorko has joined your party.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Give a nickname to Dorko?
Darko, you know what would really help? Do you happen to have any healers that would be able to work on a beast such as this? I gesture to Gary.
What the heck is that? He just notices that Gary for the first time.
Cat.
Think of it like a big cat.
We could kill that for you.
I don't want it to be killed, I want it to be healed.
I think if you want to keep this thing, you need to focus on getting it switched back to a cat.
This didn't always look like this. If you can turn him back into his original form, that would be great. But at least healing would be excellent.
We tried.
Savannah pets Dorko's head and asks where Dagwin's uncle is.
We tried. We tried to fix Cat.
I'm gonna watch. I'm coming with you. I'm gonna observe.
He's gonna make an animal handling check
He's gonna get flung.
to handle this cat. He's got a +1 to animal handling. He's a dog jaw, so he's good at this.
Town.
He's good at animal handling. He's got a +1.
Dorko's organs are going to be displaced.
Hey, me fix cat. No worry, me fix. Not bad for Dorko. You see that he is not able to fix Gary, even on a 16, weirdly.
Oh no, he's trying to fix him.
But he puts his hand on Gary, and you see that he kind of rests his forehead up against Gary's forehead for a second. He says, me miss Barco.
I have to ask.
Don't.
Barco?
No.
My wolf.
I was about to say my wife.
My wife. Barco. His wolf that you guys killed in the first session, Barco.
Oh, I remember. Still got a scar on my arm.
He sort of
Barco
pet-
is in a
he
better
sort of-
place now.
He sort of pets
Yeah.
Gary wistfully. He says,
Being sold.
we have some meat for the cat. You go talk to Jav.
I'm gonna
He's,
come with
like,
you.
takes out a little scrap of meat and is like feeding Gary.
I'm staying with Gary the whole time.
I bet you are. Yeah.
He said
What do
he
you
was gonna
think
kill
they're
him 5 minutes ago.
Just because that's what he thought we wanted. All right, Dag, let's go find your uncle.
You guys advance into the camp. Yeah, it's like this hustling, bustling activity here in the camp. Goblins going about their work. They're chopping trees, things like that. But you see Jav over here, your uncle Jav.
I sort of peek around the corner of one of the tents and catch sight of him. Uncle Jav, is that you?
He says, "Is that Dagwin? There he is. Come here, kid." He goes over to you. Get this guy out of the way. Grabs you up in a big hug. He gives you a little noogie. Like you're
How
like a little
tall
kid.
is this goblin?
He's like half he's like
Okay.
half the height of
Okay.
you see that he's carrying a long javelin in his hand. Javrik. Weirdly, he seems to wield a javelin. He says, "Oh man, I can't believe you made it here."
I
Look
got
at
your
you.
letter, and we were kind of close.
Yeah, in the neighborhood.
Right.
That's nice. He says, "Yeah, things have been bad here. Things have been bad. This Prometheus guy, he really shook things up. Chief Bearbite. Chief Bearbite united the clans. Prometheus has come in here and sort of shattered everything. Took his pick of the litter. Took
Yeah, I
all of
can
our
tell
good
that
loot.
He left all the weak goblins around. I kind of elbow him in
Yeah.
the side.
Yeah. Wait a second. You son of he goes starts wrestling you
Should we do anything? No.
yeah, he's they're biting each other it's like you guys it almost looks like they're fighting, but it's they're not actually doing damage to each other. He says, "Yeah, you got my letter." He says, "I have something for you, from your dad." He says, "Come on over to my tent." He
Dadwin.
leads you into a tent here. Dadwin, Simri. He goes over into a thing in his tent, and he opens up a chest, and he pulls out a dagger in a sheath. And he pulls it out. You see that this weapon is for somebody the size of a goblin, it would be a scimitar. But as he passes it to you and you hold it, you feel that it's like the perfect size for a dagger for a human. So this is a dagger, but he says this is one of your dad's favorite pieces. It's one of the only ones that's left. He wanted me to give it to you for someday. This is the Nashwin dagger. And you can add the Nashwin dagger to your inventory. It's an item in D&D Beyond. DNASH-WIN. Nashwin dagger. It's got a little initials SI carved into the hilt. And in the hilt itself is a small gem that you don't recognize. As you look into this gem, I want you feel something weird and magical happening as you lay your hand on this dagger. And before I give you this second magic item, I want you to tell me what does Dagwin want more? Does Dagwin want to be able to have more control over when his wild magic surges happen, or to have more control over what wild magic surge happens?
Over what happens?
In this dagger is another magic item called the Primordial Shard. It is a crackling, as you touch it, it crackles and glows. And this shard allows you to, whenever you roll on the Wild Magic Surge table, to roll twice and to choose out of those two effects what happens. This can be attached to a tiny object such as a weapon or a piece of jewelry. So this is currently attached to the dagger that he just gave you of your dad's. And as you touch it, you like feel this icy cold memory, the sensation of being in water, freezing, a memory from your past and before you brought back to the present. So you receive two magic items right now. You get the Nash Wind Dagger, and you get the Primordial Shard. I'll put the names of those in chat.
I guarantee the next Wild Magic Surge, you're gonna get Fireball twice.
Yes, double the chance for Fireball.
No. Savannah pops in to mention that Prometheus might be kind of mad at us, Mr. Jav.
Oh, you pissed Prometheus off. That
We
sucks.
had an unfortunate encounter with him.
That's pretty stupid. You shouldn't have done that.
Well, cast a glance
You guys are
back at
dead.
Glane. Yeah,
You guys are
we
dead.
shouldn't have. Well, we're going to try and stop him. Somehow. He's more organized than we expected. Powerful to boot.
Yeah, he's got a lot of goblins on his side.
That's one of the things we wanted to talk about. Is trying to see if there's some way we could get them to perhaps defect in some ways. Weaken his forces.
Maybe. He said, you should talk to the chief. He's probably the guy to talk to about that. He says, I only got a handful left. But, if push comes to shove, I got my nephews back.
That's all we can ask for.
I laugh at the pun that he made of his group being a handful.
Giant's hand.
Uh-huh.
Well, if all is according to plan, Prometheus doesn't know where we are right now. But
You guys are going after Prometheus with gear like that?
well, that's not the plan. But right now we're kind of pressed for time.
He says, you guys want some stuff? We got a ton of magic items Prometheus left behind.
You don't say.
Are they really
Yeah,
good magical items?
It's a big pile of magic items.
Oh,
That stuff that he couldn't use or he didn't want.
great. Maybe we'll have a look here in a bit.
Okay, if you're not interested.
Oh, we're interested. Just employing a healthy dose of skepticism.
We've seen some other.
Really good magic items.
Yes.
He says, "You look like you. I might have something for you over here." He points to Dorian.
Oh,
I see that instrument on your back. I got a couple of instruments.
do you now?
Yeah. Let me see what I can dig out of the pile. You see, there's a big pile of loot here. with just a bunch of items thrown into it. Swords, armor, shields.
How many loots do you have to have before it's a pile?
At least 6.
6. Pile of loot. Let me see.
He says, "Tell you what, I'm the quartermaster here. You guys can all pick something out of the pile."
All right. Let's take a look. 6.
Everybody
I want
seems
Gary
so
over there
skeptical
for
about
this.
these
Oh,
items.
weird, huh? Why would we be so skeptical about free magic items when the paid
on,
ones
Gary.
were so great?
I see freebies being given out, and I guide Gary over. I don't abandon him. I bring him over. I say, "Come on, let's go."
I don't know. Dorko seems like he's hanging out with your cat right now.
No. Get away from
Okay,
me.
let's just go one by one. Dorian, you have your choice of 2 items.
Okay.
One of them is called the Shattered Star. You see that he pulls out this. There's like a bunch of junk here. You do see this is a big pile of junk, but just like out of the pile of junk, he pulls out this insane like electric guitar. That's like an orcish electric guitar. That's like has like spikes and metal plates all over it. And he like kind of plays like bam, a chord on it. And then he says, "Or I have this," and he pulls out this bronze sword that has strings, and it looks like the sword could also be played as an instrument. Called the Resonant Blade.
Okay. I'll look over those. Shattered Star. and Resonant
Shatter
Blade.
Star or Resonant Blade. I can even give you the links to them.
I've found them in D&D Beyond.
These are all insanely good magic items, by the way. So
I mean,
hope
it
that
doesn't
our
look-
expectations are being shattered here.
Yeah. It doesn't look like the stuff back at the lodge.
Glane comes over. Glane, you can choose between 2 items. He pulls out these 2 swords. One is pitch black blade called Night Falls, and its other is this golden, glowing, radiant blade called Dawn Rises. You can choose between
Who
one
wrote
of
Night
those.
Falls?
Night Falls or Dawn Rises. Who's next? Savannah, if you want to look up these items at home, I'll put them in the chat. You could choose between a moon sickle, this meteoroid sickle, the +1 version, because it does come in higher versions, or the, what's this other one called? Ricochet Sling. You can look at those items. I think I spelled Ricochet wrong. Spell Ricochet correctly. Which is this sling, sort of crude-looking sling here that can bounce off of nearby targets if you shoot with it. Carla, you can choose between an item called the Great Tax, a solid gold great axe, or you see this lovely green, like flowing dress called the Dress of Defense. It's like a beautiful, resplendent dress in there.
How
Who's
do we pull up
left?
existing items in here?
The
I've never
Great
done that.
Tax.
Is that everybody? I can give you the link.
Solid gleaming gold axe.
Here's Night Falls. I'm putting it in the Alquest channel.
All
I
right.
see it.
Here's Dawn Rises.
You get gold for getting critical hits. That's fun. I know which one I'm taking. No contest.
There we go.
Which one did you take?
I'm taking the Shattered Star.
Fair. Day wants the Moonsicle. Great. Good item.
Good answer, good answer. How many things can we attune to?
3 total. All of
Okay.
these items require attunement by design. The first major magic items everyone's getting are going to require attunement.
So, I need to
so-
select that on the attunement tab.
You have to like not only equip it, but also add it onto
Got
your
it.
attunement on that tab for it to actually be really real. Basically, that's just a balancing mechanic where you can't
Mhm.
have too many magic items
That makes sense.
at one time because it gets quite broken.
I'm going with the great tax.
Great choice.
Yeah. More attack and damage. That
I mean, it's a
sounds-
+1 bonus, +1 axe, right? So you
Yeah.
can't really go wrong with that.
Yeah, it would make tons of money.
Yeah. Also that.
Dawn rises for me.
GQ's taking Dawn Rises. It's a short sword that does an extra 1d4 radiant damage and heals the wielder for the same amount.
Ooh. Oh, vampiric. Great. That doesn't bode poorly.
Hey, the other one was darkness bound, so come on, give me some.
All right,
Credit.
all right, all right. We'll give you some credit for going for the season 3 Dobbs Quest Glane instead of the season 1 Dobbs Quest Glane.
I just got Gary back. I'm in a good mood.
The item that they picked, it also gives a +1 bonus to her spells. But in addition to that, when she casts a healing spell, she can add a d4 to the amount healed.
Ooh. that's
So her
quite
heals
nice.
are more effective.
That's very nice.
So she got a nice new spellcasting focus as well. And it can be used as a weapon, as a sickle, which is, not anything crazy, but it's there. The Great Tax is a +1 Great Axe that gives a number of gold coins equal to the damage dealt on a critical hit. The Nashwind Dagger, you could spend a sorcery point to make a dagger attack as a bonus action. If that attack hits, you gain the benefits of the disengage action for that turn. Sometimes you have to Nash to win.
Aha. Well, this is more
It's
than...
also a portmanteau of Dagwin's name. If nobody caught that.
Yeah,
hopefully.
because you see...
Because
It's very clever. This is more than generous, Mr. Lingar.
Prometheus he a bunch of stuff brought back a bunch of stuff from this temple. I guess like some crazy traps in some elven temple. He brought back all this loot. And Prometheus didn't want any of it. He just wanted this stupid looking orb.
We may circle back around to that the whole orb business. Yeah. So the chief up at the big tent, I assume.
Yeah, the big one right over there. Can't miss it.
All right. Well, we will seek an audience. Yeah, I think that will be a next time thing.
Yeah. He's like, all right, well, I'm gonna get rid of the rest of this junk. She's like lighting a fire, like burning this. Don't need this garbage anymore. All the items go up in flame.
Yep. There we go. Well done.
All of it requires attunement, and none of us know how to do that. So,
Yeah, I think we will probably spend a night here today. If they'll have us, and they seem hospitable enough.
yeah, seems like you guys. I mean, you talked your way in. The Dagwin, he's a goblin. He belongs here.
Yeah.
Mhm.
This is his people.
My people.
His
Yeah,
people.
this is your people.
What about
You guys want to
Dorko?
talk to the chief?
Dorko's your people too, right?
My people, except Orko.
Yeah, I think next time we will seek an audience
Okay.
with the chief.
Yeah.
And try to talk to him about Prometheus and potential next steps on where we can go from here. We've bought ourselves a little bit of time and given Prometheus the slip, but I have a bad feeling we're going to run into him again before we're really ready to face him.
Yeah, maybe you can get see some goblins on your side to help you face Prometheus's goblins.
The next time is officially 2 weeks from this time, right?
Yes.
I'm the Prometheus now.
At least 2 weeks. On the 15th.
Okay, sounds good. 2
Yeah.
weeks from now
This
is
was
the next session.
quite an adventure tonight.
Get 2 weeks to hug Gary.
You guys made the gobbler. Gary's so spent. You see Gary curls up in a tent. and looks very tired, like he doesn't want to be fighting anymore.
He's a big boy.
Ever again.
He needs a big rest.
It's so
Oh, you're
broken
gonna
that you
fight.
have a Displacer Beast on your team. It's just like, no way I'm gonna let you take
No,
Gary to
of
anything
course
that
not.
matters. It's not
Gary's
happening. So
Gary's a
just so
scaredy
you-
cat.
Yeah, he's a house cat now. You've
Yeah.
domesticated him. He no longer fights. He's not strong anymore.
He's
No, I mean, I don't
he's
know.
done.
We'll figure that out.
He was under duress, having to fight,
I
and he
think that
doesn't
like
really
looking
want
for
to.
a cure for him will be like one of the things that you guys are interested in doing.
He had to get away. Now he's like, okay, now you take care of me.
No.
He does have quite a lot of HP, though.
Oh no.
He does, yeah. Well, I don't. You know, you can always use him as a shield, as a human shield. I guess that's fine.
Darko?
When
Yeah.
just- No, not Dorko. He misses his Barco, his dog. You guys killed his wolf. How
I
dare
will-
you?
Drown Dorko in Berry Bar Buddy.
No. Why?
Fill her up.
Dorko's so
You got it.
nice. He's so friendly.
There we go. That'll be for next time. Is some possible threads we can tug at.
Oh, Gary loves thread.
Great. Cool. All right. Well,
Wayne was like fully gonna die this session.
he was. Yes.
The power
Despite
of
our
love
best efforts.
wins.
Well, I had to, you know,
20.
I had to
I
really
rolled a 20.
help you out with
Did roll a
letting
20.
you use the speak with animals scroll.
20 isn't a
Oh,
get out of
not
jail
these.
free card. You can't
Like,
just roll
You
20
have to
and
roll
win.
a 20 to get
Good 20.
Gary.
It was a good
You
nat 20.
got
I'll
it.
give you that. I'll give you that. It was a good nat 20.
Yeah, the whole
The net 20.
the whole trajectory of the adventure shifted.
Imagine if you didn't roll well on initiative either. And Prometheus went first.
And then he rolled a 1.
Yeah,
Mhm.
he rolled the one.
Well, everyone, this has been something.
My
Fun.
favorite episode.
I bet. String for Gary from Savannah.
Justice for
She
Gary.
just happens to
Everybody
have
picked
it.
up. Everybody got new magic items.
Yeah, and
Isn't
most
that
of the
great?
party didn't even have to fight this episode.
Well,
We were
There's always next time.
parlaying. We could have lied. Well,
you could have.
Some of us are good at
Yeah.
lying.
some of us are really good at lying.
Is
All
that
right,
thing you have count for lying as well as persuasion? That you're like
mine, Silver
you can't
Tongue.
fail.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
deception and persuasion.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
It's my get out of jail free card. At least in some situations, it'll buy some time, if nothing else.
Guess also rolled well in the skill challenge, and then the failures you got,
Yeah, we
nothing actually hurt you.
rolled
No,
like-
you didn't roll any of the ones that hurt you on the failure rolls, except the one Germdove got, which he passed.
yeah. So it all worked out.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody have any last thoughts?
2 episodes in a row, damageless.
Incredible,
Wow, new record.
especially after that.
Yeah, but there was emotional damage.
Yeah.
So-
Oh, yeah, I was torn apart. Yeah.
That's a good idea. We'll send everybody back.
This
to
was a
Turbo.
great session. I had a lot of fun. So
It was great.
looking forward to 2 weeks from now.
I gotta remember to make it not winter. On my
Things are coming to
screen.
a head. I think that like a couple more sessions to really do something to actually face Prometheus, and it'll be season 1 I think soon, in a couple more episodes.
Wow, it's crazy.
Try to aim
I
for
feel
10
like
episodes.
we got a real taste of kind of power that Prometheus has.
That was good. That was good though. That's what we needed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he didn't even use the orb on you guys. He just used his club.
Yeah, that was the concern. Is let's all huddle up in one spot real quick, and hope that he misses. All right, we'll send the raid over back to Planet Germdove. That's what we call Germdove's
boy.
channel around here. So we call it Planet
Do we?
Germdove. That's a consistent thing we've done for years.
Or Germed Up Planet.
No, we stopped
No.
doing that after the
We don't
incident.
call it that. That's a
Oh,
completely
we don't
different
talk about
place.
the
and
incident.
it's not,
we don't
yeah.
go there anymore.
We got too many letters.
All right. Thank you all for watching tonight. And a special thank you to Al for running the game. As always, it has been an absolute pleasure.
Thanks for the stream.
Hey, you said the thing.
It was the thing.
See you in 2 weeks.
Completely understandable day. Sorry you weren't able to make it tonight. Hope everything works out on the home front.
You have a hell of an episode to watch.
Oh my gosh. No, I'm not gonna spoil it.
Oh, I am. I'm spoiling it.
But
All over the
GQ
place.
screwed us. Good night, everybody.